Hi, everyone. I just completed grading the Unit 2 Week 1 assignments. I am done looking at APA formatting for the week. It took me quite a while to give feedback on your assignments, and so I just wanted to give you a couple tips on APA as we kind of wrap things up in this unit with APA. That won't be so much of a focus now going forward because I'm expecting you all to use the feedback that I've been giving you. And so with that said, I just want to give a few tips and tricks that I've learned and that I like and I've found helpful over the years for students. And so let me just dive in here. So one of the first things is using the CSS library resources. So if you go to the my.css page, you can type in library. As you see, I go to it all the time. And so I'm just going to search library, click on library, it comes up. And here, there's all kinds of, I use this information or resources probably the most out of all of this, but I wanted to show you this citation help, and I want to show you a tip and or trick in Solar. So start with the citation help. I don't know if you've been to this page yet. Maybe I'll get there. There we go. So once you get in here, it's basically just we call these lib guides. So it's a lib guide put together by our librarians, and click on APA 7th edition. And so this is just to make sure that you guys are just getting APA formatting guidance on things. So there's an FAQ here, but I think the two most helpful things on this page are this reference formats tab and the in-text citations tab. So I'm going to click on reference formats. As you can see here, there's all different kinds of sources, right? So if you have a journal article or you have a magazine article or a web page or website that you want to cite, and you need, if you want just a quick reference, or if you have it, bookmarked in your APA book or have another tool that you're using, great. But this is another quick way to do it. And so here also books, book chapters, the most commonly used things. But anyways, if I click on, let's just say I have a journal article I want to cite. So it's pretty helpful. So here it's telling you exactly what you need to do. Here's your elements, your author, your year, your title, and then here's your source information. And so it tells you specifically. So I noticed, for example, in a couple that I graded today, that the title of the article was not in sentence case capitalization. So here it talks a little bit about, it says capitalize only the first letter of the first word. And so there's guidance there. I noticed that the volume number maybe wasn't italicized along with the name of the periodical or the name of the journal. So just some tips here for that. And then here's further guidance on this and some examples of exactly how you would cite a source. Okay, so I'm not going to spend too much more time on that, but that's reference formats. And then in-text citations, this is also very helpful. So here again, there's some information here on, basic in-text citation styles. There's a document here that you can download. For some reason, it's not coming up. Let me see if the Google Doc works. It does. So here you go. Here's a quick, just what they have there. But this is a table that's also in the APA textbook on page 266. So some of you had maybe, if there was 3 authors, you maybe listed out each author, but here it tells you exactly how you do that. You use the et al. Okay, group authors with abbreviations. All right. Okay, I'm going to go back to this. So it's basically the same thing, but just a format you can download. And then here as well, quotes and how to do that, paraphrasing, a source with 2 authors in text. So just some good guidance there for you as well on in-text citations. Okay. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is, let me see, where do I want to click? Okay, so I want to go back to that. I'm going to close these. I have too many things open. So I want to go back to this listing that I have here. Remember when I searched library, and click on solar. So this is the best way to get to a peer-reviewed journal article. So I'm going to just do some quick searches here. Hopefully they work out. I didn't rehearse this before I started recording. So I'm just going to start with just electronic health record. I'm going to look for articles on that. We'll search that. You can obviously search by keyword, title, or author if you happen to know those. Okay. And right away, here's Margaret A's textbook, but let's look for, let's kind of refine this search a little bit. So I want only academic journals. I want more recent publications. So I'm going to refine this. And then the other thing is I like to click on, to make sure that I'm getting peer reviewed. So you click on the scholarly peer reviewed journals. Okay. So those are the 3 filters I usually go to right away. Okay. So then let's just click on, because we have a full text here. Let's just click on this one. Well, so you read through this, you're like, yep, I definitely am interested in this article. Some great information. I'm going to use it in my writing. Now you're ready to create the citation, right? Okay, so here's the best tip that I've ever gotten. You see this over here where it says cite? You can click on that and scroll, and there's your APA 7th edition. Okay, literally copy and paste this. Okay, now 2 things, or a couple things, words of caution. Okay, sometimes they're not formatted perfectly. The most common thing I find is that the title of the article is not in sentence case. So in this case, if it was all capital, each word was capitalized, you would just have to reformat that. The other thing I notice is that sometimes the journal titles are not italicized. So another formatting thing that you maybe need to do. But I feel like this is probably one of the best time savers, and really a great tool for you all to use. So if you're using a peer-reviewed journal article or another source from here, just remember this cite button. Okay. All right. And so I think the only other thing that I want to maybe quickly mention is, I will say that probably the number 1 error I find is not using sentence case capitalization within your reference page citations. The second most common thing is not including a page number or a paragraph number for your in-text citations when you have a direct quote. Now, you shouldn't be filling up your papers with a bunch of direct quotes anyways, but if you do use them, just remember to direct the reader to the page number or the paragraph number. Okay. All right. So I hope you all have a great day. And I just wanted to share these few tips with you all. I hope you find them helpful. And if you have any questions or need any assistance on APA going forward, let me know. I'm always happy to review, before you submit the assignment, or if you have a question. So just make sure you give me enough time. And if it's a weekend, I'm probably not going to respond very quickly, but I will do my best. So, all right, everyone, take care.